This video discusses the most important rules of technical writing grammar, and so make sure you take notes while watching this video. About 70 to 80% of your text in your documentation is going to contain instructions, instructing your user to perform tasks. For example, click Cancel, slide the volume button, close the window, and so on. In fact, the commands just mentioned, click Cancel, slide the volume button, and close the window, are all examples of statements written in the active voice. The opposite of active voice is passive voice, and make sure it is avoided as much as possible for the instructions. The passive voice equivalents for the commands just mentioned would be cancel is clicked, the volume button is slid, and the window is closed. Such statements are not to be used for instructions in your help documentation. The easiest way to teach yourself to use the active voice is to imagine yourself standing next to your users and instructing them to use a program for which you are writing the help documentation. If you were standing next to your user, would you give instructions such as find button is clicked and the window is closed? No. Instead, you would use statements such as click find, close the window, and so on. Bear this scenario in mind whenever you are not sure what the active voice is. Recall the sentence, press to play, in the user manual of your DVD players. That's another example of a statement in the active voice. Even the Nike slogan, do it, uses the active voice. So, rule number 1, use the active voice for instructions. Also notice how each statement began with a verb or an action word, such as click, slide, close, etc. This is the preferred method used in instruction statements. At this juncture, it will also be a good exercise if you could refer the help and manual installation guide you had downloaded in a previous video and observe the active voice used in the instruction statements in the guide. The second rule, use the present tense while describing the results of instructions. For example, if a confirmation dialog were to open on clicking the Submit button, you would use the present tense to describe the result of the action as follows. Click Submit. A confirmation dialog appears. A confirmation dialog is displayed is also accepted, but a confirmation dialog will open is not acceptable, although it may be technically and logically correct. The will in the sentence, a confirmation dialog will open, implies the future tense. Using the present tense comforts the user of something that is happening in the right now. Here's another example of a statement in the present tense used as the result of an action. Double-click the icon on the desktop. The dashboard of the program appears in the opening window. Now, are there any exceptions to the second rule? Yes, of course. There are places where you will not be able to use the present tense. For example, the text and lines in the introduction topic that we created earlier have text written in tenses other than the present tense. Other places where the present tense may not come into play are notes, caution sections, which we'll look into soon, and other descriptive sections of the application or product. Now, coming to the third rule. Use the second person you more than any of the other persons, particularly in the instructions. Your and yours are also acceptable, but use them sparingly. So while addressing and instructing your reader, avoid the following: first person that includes the use of I, we, me, mine, us, our, or ours. And avoid the third person, which includes he, she, it, him, her, his, hers, its, they, them, and theirs. Are there any exceptions to this rule? Yes, there are. Let us explain. In the introduction topic, when introducing the help guide, it is more humane to write, "We have prepared this help manual for you." Instead, replacing the line with a statement such as, "This manual is prepared that it may offer help when you are in trouble," just to use the present tense, and the second person, that is you, sounds less humane. The key is to avoid mixing of tenses. We'll discuss this more in the video on common errors of the English language. At this stage, you may ask, can I take exercises and practice tests for mastering these rules? The answer is yes, but we would advise that you don't spend a lot of time on them. Once you know the basic rules well, you're almost ready for technical writing assignments.